Thank you for joining my segment of Leading with Love COVID-19 mini-series, Maximizing the Heart of Our Communities, sponsored by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs Incorporated. You can find more information about the Institute at www.globalcoachentrepreneur.org. Welcome to Episode 3, The Prize, Navigating Our Heart and Mind. My name is Coach Shaun. I'm a certified life coach certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. I help people find clarity in life so that they can focus on the kind of life they want to live, which gives them the freedom to do what they love, which brings them joy, peace, and harmony. Today, I'm going to share to you a recap of my past two talks. First one is Talk 1, which I shared about how we paint a picture of ourselves and our relationship based from our experience as a child or our upbringing. Our standards or expectations differs from everyone else. Thus, we need to open our eyes and see that the only things we can control of is our own, and thus we need to find our inner compass and our true north. Talk 2, I talked about the price of relationship and the need for us to be vulnerable and come into acceptance of our life today as we see it, and take the necessary actions in making it better. Also, the price that we need to pay is to work on lowering our peace. That's PEAS, our pride, our ego, our arrogance, and self-entitlement. As this builds a space between us and our family, so that lowering that will start the healing process and creating a peaceful and harmonious relationship within ourselves, our hearts, and also the people around us and their hearts as well. So let's now move on to the prize navigating our heart and mind. The Joy of Painting was an American half-hour instructional television show created and hosted by painter Bob Ross. In each episode, Ross taught techniques for landscaping or a landscape oil painting, completing a painting for each session. Each painting would start with a simple stroke that appeared to be nothing more than the smudges of colors. So if you're watching this, you could see that how he's doing the painting on his own. And he adds more and more strokes, and the blotches transform into an intricate landscape. As he painted, he instructed viewers regarding the techniques he is using, and he added comments describing the happy clouds. So if you can see the picture there, the happy little trees that he was creating. The painting that I'm sharing to you is from his first episode called Peaceful Valley. Most of us have something that we want to achieve. If you can think about that, the things that we want to achieve is like the top of the mountain that you see in the image. When you see the picture, overall, it's calm, it's peaceful. You see it from afar and you see its beauty, and you can see the top, it's visible. But when you move in closer, however, the terrain changes. You'll see more grass, more trees, and eventually, once you progress nearer the mountain, you won't see anything anymore. The journey will be more challenging and difficult, and we might feel fear or doubt if we can even meet the top. I think me specifically, I've experienced it a lot of times where I'm reaching a goal or a dream and I'm in the middle and I can't see the top, and fear and doubt creeps in. While people might continue even if they don't see the top, but some would eventually throw the towel and give up. If you take a look at the painting of Bob Ross, while he creates stunning image in 30 minutes, as far as realistically our life is concerned, we have a lifetime to create our own image, the dreams, and making those things a reality. But the question here is, are we clear of our dreams and the price we are aiming for? And is that something we are inspired to do and continue pursuing? Because the price, the dreams that we have is anchored towards a altruistic vision of how we want to be able to, or how do we want to be remembered when the day comes that we are called. This dream that you have, or this price that you have, does it give you joy? If you close your eyes and think about it, will it give you joy? Remember that joy is when we continue to work on something that is much bigger than ourselves. That's what I shared a while ago. It's our altruistic why. It drives us to be outside of our comfort zone up until we see the outcome of our hard work. Let me pull everyone back to our topic about relationship. If you have a similar story as I am, I want to create an environment where I can enjoy the time spent that I have with my family and my friends. And I don't want to be in a space where I need to rush things or catch up with things. If I can enjoy the moment, I will enjoy the moment. You know, the times when you see happy little people, right? Like what Bob Ross says, times when people can create memories that can last a lifetime, memories where people can remember you and they can be proud of you because you are something special to them and you share stories or moments with them. The reality, however, is it's not every day that we are happy. There will be times that we will experience anger and worse, wrath in some situations with our family members or even our friends. When this happens, or however, and it's not managed properly, it can turn a sweet relationship into a sour relationship. And it can break strong bonds, and just in a few moments, it can be ruined. The price we need to pay to get the price of freedom from wrath depends solely on us, because wrath is really having that immense anger with someone else that we can't forgive them, and the way we feel, the way we think, the way we act is solely upon us as individuals. Yes, sometimes there are people that hurt us. They say something not good about us, but we need to be actively responding to them and not reactively responding. Means that we are taking control of our actions and not just reactions based on our emotion. Because when we are able to have this self-control to manage our emotions, this is where we receive utter joy in our hearts, in our relationship, which is the ultimate prize that we can receive from our sacrifices. I mean, yes, there are some situations where it's a burden and it's challenging for us to control. But if we put ourselves in a position of the person and we have more compassion to the person because they're undergoing some challenges, then we will experience that utter joy because we know in our hearts that we are supporting them. We are there for them. I titled this series "To the Limit" because we all have limits, but we always are given a choice to go beyond that limit. Not to tolerate other people, not to tolerate our emotions, but to really stop tolerating our emotions and the feelings towards us and other people. Because if this is something that we can control, we can let go of this toleration and really acknowledge it, then we would be able to have that pleasure of controlling or enjoying our life. To the limit means to make the necessary shift of change to become better, to be intentional in our actions and our responses, to create a less toxic environment for us and our relationships. Because in all the things that we do, we are always limitless. We just need to believe that there is still a choice to change. I mean, our past doesn't dictate our future. Our present does dictate our future. So we always have this choice. Is there a missing piece in your heart? Like there's something missing there that you can't seem to figure out or you can't seem to fill. Even though you have you achieve a lot of success in life and you've gained a lot of things in life, there's still something missing in your heart. You know, if it's like you can't explain it, you can't articulate it. What's missing there? I've experienced this journey. I think it was 5 years ago, where I was trying to figure out what is missing. My career is doing well, my relationship is doing well, and there is something missing there that I can't figure out. And I started journeying, and I came across life coaching 2 years ago, which really transformed the way I see things. And that started to fill what the empty space in my heart. And when I was journeying, I figured out that what was missing to me is really our God, or my really the calling of the Lord, and the God that I serve. You see, all of us are being called to serve, and if we're not doing our purpose, we try to avoid the things that will bring us joy, not intentionally, and we tend to not really listen to His direction or His guidance. And most of the time, what happens there, if we try to avoid what our heart is saying, is because of our past guilt and also our doubt. And these are the things that gets in the way of us seeing the light, because we move not towards the light, we move to the other way. And that's really a challenging way of doing what we are called to serve. When we allow God to serve or to shine on us, His or His love on you, we receive it in our heart and lay everything down and believe in Him. As I've shared here from Marcus Garvey, let the sky and God be our limit and eternity our measurement. Because all of the things that we're doing right now is for a greater good and a greater cause when it comes a time that we are being called and our days are done here, or our mission is already completed. So, what do we need to do? What do we need to do to change our the things that we do? Well, we need to take a look at the mindsets that we have, and I'll share to you 5 mindsets that you can start working on. And the first one is always think about there's a greater plan for all of us. We have our own path, or our own path, or our own direction, and allow ourselves or yourselves to journey and explore it. Search into your heart and ask, what are you telling me? Or what must I do? If you're in a situation right now where you're already looking for that, but you can't seem to find it, I really would encourage you to get a life coach to get some clarity on the path or your dreams. Because a life coach will really help you get that clarity that you want, and you can focus on the path that you need to take. The second is, our past does not define our future. We can always change history or our future by changing our now. Let's not allow ourselves to be prisoners of our own past. And you can ask yourself, what are the beliefs that I have that are not serving me today? Because we have certain beliefs that we still hold on to right now, but if that belief is not letting us grow in the future, then we need to let go of it. The third is, we have our own pain and suffering. Even I have that as well. The biggest thing is we need to be able to acknowledge those things so we can start the healing. Starting healing within ourselves would eventually transform the way we see things, and we also would start helping other people. The question that you can ask yourself is, what am I willing to sacrifice to begin to let go of the pain and suffering so I can start the healing process in my heart? The fourth is what believe that you have achieved in your life is yours. Believe that what you have achieved in life is yours. That's all about your actions. Tell your heart that you have done well, and I'll tell it to continue to be better. You know, how can you do that? Well, list all of the achievements in your life. List them down, get a piece of paper, and write them down. I mean, being alive is an achievement already. And that is something that I think every one of us can be proud of or must be proud of. And last, enjoy the fellowship with other people that believes in you and remove those people that clutters you. Those people that doesn't serve you. Sometimes when you think about it, life is a slow burn, but it's all worth it for the eternity that in store for us. So if you have any relationship that's not serving you, it's not helping you for your growth, then declutter them. Let them go. What are the things that clutters your mind? It's a great question that you can ask yourself. And once you're able to do that, ask yourself, which one can you let go? Life only comes once, so do whatever it takes to find your peace. The sacrifice is all worth it when you arrive at the end. Because all of the things that we're doing is for a greater purpose, and we're able to do the desire of us receiving the joy in our life. I think that's something that we would be proud of in the time that we are about to be called by our Lord. Again, I am Coach Shaun, and if you need support in creating a peaceful and harmonious heart, I am here to Again, I am Coach Shaun, and if you need support in creating a peaceful and a harmonious heart, I am here to partner and journey with you. Thank you for the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs for building this platform of the heart. You can reach me through my Facebook page. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope that I can talk to you again next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.